So, we're going to review this then. It's the Indesit A50W. Yeah. This would have been priced at less than £200 back in 1995 when it was bought. 1995. And what I love about it is that it's very basic. Really basic. I have not seen another machine on the UK market where it comes with 0 wash options. Yeah, you get 14 programs and an on-off switch. That's it. So what do we get then? Well, we'll start off with this. Yep, no filter whatsoever. I'm not entirely sure why, because the pump's sort of halfway down here. They could have put one in, all the other Indesits did at the time, or just about. But this one has been omitted for some reason. And we've got this drum, which is rated at 5 kilograms. I suppose that's a bit less than the previous generation. And we've got this door, which I quite like. It's quite simple. Look at this. So there's your door catch. There's your door hinge. It's held in by these. And what's good is that these are made of metal, not plastic, like Hotpoint were doing, and they always broke. That is made of metal, and it's simple enough to change over, you know, things like if the door catch broke, or if the hinge broke, or whatever. Really, really easy to do. I've actually taken it apart to clean it, because unfortunately it also means that dirt and grime ends up sort of in here. It's not the best or easiest to get out. Right, so there we go, listed on the drawer. We've got our 14 programs. Program 1, 90 with pre-wash. 2, white cotton at 90, then 3, colour fast cottons at 60, program 4, non-colour fast cottons at 40, 5, extra rinsing, which means it does all 4 rinses and the final spin, and then final number 6 is fabric conditioning with spin at 800 RPM, but that means you can't have a separate final spin, at least on the cotton side anyway. Then max load for the cottons is 5 kilograms. If you're wondering about times wise, whites over pre-wash is around 2.5 hours, 90s just over 2 hours, fast cottons is an hour and a bit, an hour and a half or something. We'll soon see, because we're going to do that program in this demonstration. Non-fast is around 60 minutes or so, something like that. Then we've got program 7 through to 14, which is your nylon and woolen side of the dial. So for program 7 is white nylon at 60 degrees. Then you got program 8, 50 degree minimum iron. Then 9 is 40 degree delicates. 10 is 40 degree woolens. 40 degree woolens takes about 50 minutes still. It's not exactly short. Then program 11 is 3 rinses and the fabric softener. Then program 12 is the fabric softener. It will then drain on program 13 and come to a stop. And then you can advance it one more if you want to go onto delicate spin, which will do that at 400 RPM. And if you're wondering about the dial, it's here. There you go. So you've got quite a bit of travel from program 2, which is white cotton. It's got to travel quite a bit before it gets to program 3 over here. But still, we'll soon find out. See, program 13, drain, and it's going to go to stop. And you can advance it one more and go on to a rinse. Yeah, for some bizarre reason, just here, it fills up with water, as if there's a rinse there after the drain. So actually, instead of advancing it once, you've got to advance it twice to do a delicate spin. But other than that, it's okay. I have noticed quite a lot, yeah, got to advance it ever so slightly after. I think that's just about after 6, say, to get, say, fabric softener, rinse and spin. because if you leave it one before, it's going to do whatever. It's like when I did 7 at one point. There is no good. There is. Oh, and just a quick one. The White Island side is limited to 2 kilograms for load, including the wool. Draw, pull out. Now, there is actually a tab down here that's supposed to be there, and unfortunately it broke. So, this draw's a bit too loose for now, but even so. That's your fabric softener siphon, so if it stops draining or whatever, lift it out and clean it. There would have been another compartment originally in this drawer for bleach, but yeah. Then we got, well, this is split into A, B, and C, or was what you would know them as pre-wash, the main wash, and the fabric softener. So if you're running program 1, you put detergent in both this side and in here, and for every other wash program, you put all your detergent just in here. If it'll come out. As part of that being 150ml, I'm going to be honest, that draw's a little bit small. This is 1995 and detergents by this point were still quite a lot. So you were still using quite a fair bit. Fabric softener obviously goes in there, but more of that in a minute. There's a chance that this fabric softener may not go into the final fabric rinse. I haven't actually addressed the issue yet, but for some reason it squirts ever so slightly of water into here, but not enough to actually get it to go up and down the siphon. Right. Oh. And before I push it back in, it looks like that the max mil is around 300ml for the main wash, 150ml for the pre-wash, and around 150ml for the fabric softener. I think these markers are to do with the max lines, but I'm not too sure. There's nothing really in the manual about it. Talking manuals, I have got one. Oddly enough, and this is 95. Was it just literally just before? I'll show you. Right, so we'll put it there, shall we? Right, push the button in and late click in to start. So we are filling through the pre-wash and the main wash, and slightly into the fabric softener there. So if you're wondering why it's filling up through the pre-wash and the main wash, it's the cold water feed is got an actuator which obviously turns with the dial, and it's not quite firing into the fabric softener on the final rinse yet, but what it is doing is firing into the main wash right now for the cold. It's filling through the hot fills for the pre-wash, believe it or not. So yeah, it's quite advanced really. It's filling through the pre-wash and the main wash. It doesn't really matter if you accidentally put the powder in the wrong compartment, I suppose. That's rather interesting. It hasn't put the fabric softener in, as I thought, but also it's not really washed the powder in either. What's interesting though is the smell. It smells really strong of Tesco's non-bio powder. So it has worked. It has refreshened everything. Ooh, quite a lot actually. That smells rather nice. And it will eventually put fabric softener in, you just need to get enough water in to make it do it. And once it was fixed, it'd probably run okay. So, where am I going with this? Well, I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. I know that sounds a little bit like, hang on. But that's an overall improvement over the last generation. The cycles are longer, better, and give much better results. And if the fabric softener was working, yeah, it would do fine there as well. So, Indesit have improved the machine over the years without actually downgrading any of the quality. The quality is still the same as well. The basicness and cheapness as well is there. And the washing results is a bit better. Not brilliant, but a lot better than the previous generation. And that's why I stand at 6.5. Obviously, the dial's still a little bit of a guessing game sometimes. It is weird how there's a weird notch after 13 where you'd think it is on spin and it's not. It's on some kind of rinse. Yeah, it's all over the place in that sense, but overall, Indesit have done a lot to improve on this generation. Right, thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment down below whether you agree with me or not. I love to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next review video. So, bye for now.